Here's Brody Brazil.
Let's get to the Las Vegas ballpark, part of where the A's might play for maybe 25 and 26. And sure, you know what? If they've got something inked in Las Vegas, and yeah, this is probably going to be their home. No, you know what? This is definitely going to be their home if they're moving down there. And you know what? As soon as they play a game there, I don't think they'll ever come back here. Like that is the point of no return, because moving down there means that some other things, right, have happened that really seals the deal down there. But from what it sounds like, the A's and Aviators, because I've heard this agreement mentioned a couple times, this deal mentioned several times. I don't know the specifics of it, obviously, but what it sounds like is that the A's have told the Aviators, no matter what, you guys are staying here. We want to play at your ballpark, though. We want to share Las Vegas ballpark with you. Now, this is an interesting one because it's a brand new facility. Little did they know if they could redo it again, they probably would have put more clubhouses in there or better lighting systems for Major League Baseball. This is a minor league stadium. Like, it's a really nice minor league stadium. In fact, it's one of the newest and best out there. But it still would have a problem not only hosting Major League Baseball, but sharing Major and Minor League Baseball during the same time of year. But this is what the A's are kind of suggesting. Now, my thought was that the Aviators would have no choice but to move out, go to Cashman Field for a couple of years, which, yes, still exists and once hosted minor league baseball. In fact, it once hosted the A's for a couple of weeks when Mount Davis wasn't ready at the Coliseum. Was it 95, 96, something like that? But apparently the Aviators say, we love this place. We've built this place for us. No way in heck are we moving away from here. So we'll share. Okay, so here are the issues with Las Vegas ballpark. Number one, their team president has already said that they can't play on the real grass they currently have. They already have enough issues with it through 60, 70 home games, and if they have to play 150-something between the A's and Aviators, they're going to have to make it artificial turf. Think about this for a second. Artificial turf, daytime, summertime, Las Vegas. Like, grass is already hot enough. You tell me what the MLB Players Association would have to say about that for 2 years, right? That's a serious complication. They don't have enough clubhouses. The team president has already said that. He thought they might need to add some clubhouses across the street. Like you saw that picture there, there's just not a ton of room for expansion. They built it up so nicely that there's not really a good spot to put 2 major league size clubhouses and facilities. He also said that the light towers are perfect for minor league baseball, but Major League Baseball has certain standards, a certain threshold of height and intensity, and that ballpark does not meet lighting standards. And oh yeah, lighting is going to be super important because you're going to have to play almost all night games. Oh, but you can't, by the way, which is also a problem later on. And again, I'm not trying to make a case against using this ballpark because that's what they're going to try and do. They'll get creative and find a way. I'm just saying that this in itself, there are other complications with the team in Las Vegas, but this in itself is also a bit of a complication to going down there. Scheduling major league and minor league conflicts, of everything else here, this is probably the easy one to work out. That being said, what they do in AAA is have you play a series that lasts 6 straight days. So they'll really have to coordinate, work together for major and minor league schedules. Okay, getting back to the whole day and night game situation, when you have a 6-game series, you only have one getaway day at the end. And usually it's on a Sunday. So you play a Sunday day game. You play one day game a week. Yeah, in July, in August, and it's 114 out there, but it's just one time a week. So you kind of muscle through it. Problem is, in Major League Baseball, no, you don't play 6-game series. You play 2 or 3 or 4. So you have 2 getaway days, like at your home ballpark, usually per week, because the other team needs to get on their plane and go to the next city. You cannot have the other team playing all night games or almost all night games like they do in the minor leagues. You just can't do that. They need to go. So it's going to force them to play a normal amount. I mean, look, you can always have Saturday nights be your games, but Sundays, you're going to have to play Sunday day games. You're going to have to play probably Wednesday day games in the middle of the summer in Las Vegas. I always thought, looking back, that, this ballpark was a possibility. In fact, check my videos. I've said them having this in Las Vegas is not going to help the A's out because this could be a temporary home for Oakland. But I also always said I thought they could add 6, 7, 8,000 seats without a problem. The Aviators have said that seat expansion sounds extremely unlikely for a couple reasons. Number one, just not structurally or logistically possible, but they also don't want to build something that they'll have to take down. They love what they built here, and they don't want to ruin it for a couple years to unruin it and try and compete for fans. So it does seem like seat expansion is unlikely at this point. And again, the other two things here to consider, these are more longer term, just things to think about. All of this is going to need Major League Baseball and probably Major League Baseball Players Association guidance and approval. You can't just say, okay, Major League's here starting tomorrow. I mean, yeah, they have the Field of Dreams game. They have like games, I think, this upcoming weekend in Mexico City, but all of these venues are vetted. And they're brought up to standards that are necessary. So some work needs to be done here. Not to say that it can't be done, just that this is a complication of where this team might play. And how about the long-term survival of the Aviators as a franchise? Let's say the A's do come to Las Vegas. And I get it. There are major and minor league teams sharing the same city, but it's usually rarely the case that the minor league team is there first and then the major league team comes in afterwards. A lot of times, like I could think about the San Jose Sharks. They brought their minor league team in. They're already established. They brought their minor league team in. Or the Golden Knights. They were expansion. They also brought their minor league team into Henderson, right? So it's very backwards the way this. So I wonder the future of the Aviators. Side story, how will they be able to survive if in fact the A's move down there?